YouTube, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are here for another episode at the Bettors Edge. We are covering the NFC Championship game on Sunday night, guys. We have a battle in the NFC West to go to the Super Bowl between the Los Angeles Rams on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. These two teams obviously know each other incredibly well. How well these two teams know each other is even a surprise to me. If you go back, the last 4 meetings, 2 of them have gone to overtime, and the combined score between both teams in all 4 games is separated by a total of only 2 points. Think about that. Last 4 matchups combined between these 2 teams separate these 2 teams by just 2 points, and 2 of the 4 games have gone to overtime. The last game we saw was an absolute thriller with the Seattle Seahawks going for 2, converting, and winning the game on a brilliant play, mind you, by the offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak. But you really got to give credit to Sam Darnold for showing up in the clutch. If there's anybody that doubts him, if there's anybody that hates him amongst anybody out there, it's me. But I got to give credit where credit is due. He came through with a massive victory, which ultimately propelled the Seahawks not only to winning the division, but also obtaining the 1 seed in the NFC, which is allowing them to play this game on Sunday night at home in front of the 12th man. This game is interesting, guys. I already talked about how well these 2 teams know each other, but on top of just that, we're getting probably the best situational matchup that we could get in all of the playoffs in the NFC and in the AFC for the NFC Championship game. So we couldn't ask for a better stylistic matchup in this type of situation. We're going to get a brilliant game. We know that all the marbles are on the table. The winner is going to the Super Bowl. We have Mike McDonald, who's a young head coach, going up against far more experienced, while still young himself, in Sean McVay. I think ultimately what this game is going to come down to is which quarterback are we going to feel more confident in backing in clutch spots. And typically, I wouldn't think twice about which QB in this situation I would back. And I'm not necessarily saying that I've come full circle here, or 180, if you will, and now I'm going to back Sam Darnold in this spot over Matthew Stafford. But what I am saying is that at least now I have to at least consider the fact that maybe there's a question to be asked here. Whereas before, I wouldn't even think twice, and I would tell you I'm backing the LA Rams, I'm backing Matthew Stafford. I haven't even gotten to the actual line here. The line right now is sitting at Seahawks minus 2.5. But the point, what I'm saying is this Seahawks defense is playing so well. And this is such a complete team. Defensively against the run, defensively against the pass. Offensively, we know they can run the ball. Of course, Zach Charbonnet is now out for the season. He's not going to be playing, but they can move the ball on the ground. And if you have faith in Sam Darnold, which I'm slowly starting to believe in him just a little bit more, you really got to consider the Seahawks here as the better team outside of the QB situation. We saw an outstanding performance from this Rams defense last week against the Chicago Bears. If you would have told me before the game the Rams offense would be shut down to the tune that it was, I would have told you more than likely they were going to lose that game. But because of their defensive performance, they gave themselves a chance to win that game. Matthew Stafford, honestly, through 2 games in this postseason, he hasn't been all that great. He wasn't very good versus Carolina. He wasn't very good versus the Bears. He dodged at least 1 or 2 turnovers last week that he should have had. Through fumbles, through potential interceptions, if those turnovers get made, we might be sitting here, talking about a Chicago Bears at Seattle Seahawks potential matchup. So when I raise the question of which quarterback do we trust more in this spot, again, I'm not necessarily saying all of a sudden I trust Sam Darnold more than I trust Matthew Stafford. But I do think it's a fair question to raise when you factor in the defenses that each quarterback is going to go up against. There's no question in my mind the Seattle defense is far stingier than the Rams defense. But at the same time, as I just mentioned, Matthew Stafford right now isn't playing his best ball. I know he's probably going to win the MVP for the regular season, but the way he's playing the last couple of weeks does leave a little bit of doubt in my mind. The biggest factor in all of this, outside of stylistically, is this Seahawks team at home over the years, and obviously it remains the same right now. They're a different animal with that 12th man behind their back, and we know with an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, to give this franchise a chance to win its second Super Bowl in franchise history, that stadium is going to be a nightmare for that Rams offense. So I do think when I'm sitting here and I'm breaking this game down, mind you, when they faced off in the first meeting, I came out and I said clearly, I don't have a ton of faith in Sam Darnold, but I'm going to back the numbers in that spot. This was a month or so ago, and at that time, the line was Rams -1 before the line shifted to Seahawks being favored, and I took the Seahawks +1 in that game, and obviously, as I mentioned, they won the game outright. So with all of that said, this game, calling this game and making a choice on this game and a decision and a bet and a pick on this game isn't so cut and dried. There are factors favoring both teams here. But ultimately, when you put all the pieces to the puzzle together, my opinion is going to be based on which quarterback do I have more faith and more trust in against the opposing defense. Is that Stafford versus the Seahawks defense, or is that Sam Darnold versus this Rams defense? Because as I mentioned already a couple of times, these teams know each other so well. So defensively, it's going to be very, very challenging for either defense to come up with something that the opponent hasn't seen. So the quarterbacks are going to have answers for the opposing defense. So I'm not quite ready yet to release the pick or the prediction. That's going to come on tomorrow's show. But in the comments, I want you guys to let me know, what do you guys think this game is going to come down to? Is it going to come down to which team has the ball last, like we saw in the last meeting? Is it going to go to another overtime game? Two out of the last 4 have gone to overtime. 3 out of the last 7. Are we going to see overtime again between these two teams? We saw overtime twice last weekend. Wouldn't be shocked whatsoever we see overtime again at least once this weekend. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think is the edge to this game. With all of that said, guys, I'll be back tomorrow for my official picks and prediction, not only for the NFC Championship, but also for the AFC Championship as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys shortly.